The Rocket League season is about a month away, and a new year is upon us just under 2 months away. What do people normally do at the beginning of the year? What do people do at the beginning of a Rocket League season? They set a goal. And so I want to give you some guidelines in this video of how to set goals and actually go after them and achieve them. People have had goals, whether that's get to Grand Champ, get to Diamond, whatever it might be. People have goals, but not everybody achieves them. So in this video, I'm going to give you a great way to set a goal and keep a goal and then go after a goal. Now, I will say this is not something that I came up with myself by any means. This is from a book called Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. The book was originally released in 1937, and it is about making money. However, you can take these things and equate them to anything, like getting better at Rocket League. So, if it is your desire to get better at Rocket League, if you follow the steps that are in this video, you will get better at Rocket League faster and more effectively than you ever have before. So let's get right into it. All right, the first step is the one that is the most straightforward, and that is decide exactly what it is that you want to achieve in Rocket League. Do you want to get to Grand Champ? Do you want to get to Supersonic Legend? Do you just want to get out of Platinum for the first time? Do you want to get to Diamond? Whatever it is, decide exactly what it is that you want. And it doesn't have to be your overall goal. It can just be your next goal. Because once you hit one goal, you just set another goal. So what is your first immediate goal that you want to achieve in the game of Rocket League? And maybe it's just you want to learn how to flip reset. Whatever that goal is, you want to have one. All right. Here's the next step. And this is the most important. Well, they're all important, but this is the next step. The next step is what are you going to do or what are you going to give in exchange for that goal? Here's the most important part, and one thing that I think Rocket League players let get in the way all the time is that there is no such thing as something for nothing. If you want to get better at the game, if you want to learn something in the game, you have to give something, whether that is your time and training, it's your effort, it's your capacity, it's your focus on the game. You have to give something to then receive something, which is ranking up. You can't just go into the game and play for hours on end and expect that you're just naturally going to get better or your rank is going to go up. You have to put something in, you have to give something out if you want to receive something. And that in Rocket League usually comes in the form of effort and focus. So what are you going to do in exchange for this goal? Next thing, when will you achieve it by? This is, am I going to say this every single time? It is also important. Let's just know that every single thing about this video is important. And so I'm going to make sure that I don't say it anymore. The next thing is when are you going to achieve it by? When are you going to achieve this goal? This is important because you're giving yourself a deadline. Without a deadline, the goal just expands to as much time as allowed. This guy, C. Northcote Parkinson, came up with his own law that says work expands to fill the time allowed. So if you do not give yourself a deadline, then you're not working towards anything. Then you don't know when you have to get something by. So set yourself a deadline and then you know how much time left you have to get that goal. All right, next thing, which, guess what, is very important. Create a plan to achieve this goal. And for Rocket League, that is going to look like a warm-up plan. It's going to look like a training plan. What is that? So much time in free play, looking at replay reviews. It's going into training packs and working on training packs. How many games are you going to play, and then what are you going to do after those games? And here's the thing about having a plan and knowing that plan is that then when you sit down to play the game of Rocket League, it's not just, what am I going to do? I guess I'll just play games. Oh, I guess I'll just drive around in free play for a little while. No, when you sit down and you already have a plan, then you have already told your mind, you have told your subconscious, this is what we're doing. This is what I'm doing when I sit down to play the game of Rocket League. And then when you get in, you're not like, oh, what am I going to do? No, you are very clear on what you're going to do and why you're doing it and what you're doing it for. Have a plan, create that plan, and then follow it every single time you sit down to play the game of Rocket League. Think about it when you wake up. Think about it when you're eating dinner, so that whenever it is you normally go to play Rocket League, you're already set up to win. All right, the next thing. Write all of this down in a clear, concise statement. So take what you want, what your goal is, what you want to achieve, what you're going to do in exchange for that goal, when you're going to achieve it by, and your plan to achieve it. Take all of those things and write it down. Write it down on a piece of paper and then put it up on your wall, put it next to your desk. Make a copy of it. Put it a few different places. Put one next to your mirror. Put one in your car if you drive around a lot. Put one in your backpack or in your wallet. So whenever you have a moment to think about it and look at it, you're getting a constant reminder of what your goal is, what you're going to do, when you're going to achieve it, and what effort you're going to put in to get there. And then, while you're looking at it, read it aloud twice a day, in the morning and at night. If you do this one, you get bonus points, because this is the one that seems maybe a little bit weird, but the more that you say it out loud to yourself, the more you take it in, the more you believe it, the more committed you get when you start to tell yourself over and over again what you are going to do to get your goal. And it just shows how committed you are to actually getting your goal if you're willing to do all of these steps, because all of them are, you guessed it, equally important. But the most important of all is taking the time to write it down and then repeat it to yourself on a consistent basis. The more time you spend with your goals, the more likely you are to get your goals. So write it down, spend some time with it. Okay, things that will support you in getting these goals besides what I just listed, getting your goal. Find someone that also has a goal. If your friends are just casual Rocket League players, there's nothing wrong with that. Having friends that just want to play the game for fun is awesome. And you are equal to the 5 people that you spend the most time with. So if you're just hanging out with casual Rocket League players all the time, guess what? More than likely, you're just going to be a casual Rocket League player. If you find a group of people that are focused and determined to get better, the likelihood that you will be focused and want to get better goes up to a much larger scale. So find a group of people, join a Discord. I don't know, maybe the one in the comments down below, wink, wink. Next thought that could support you is get a coach. Find somebody that is going to hold you accountable to improvement, that is going to work with you on a regular basis to help you get better. If you really want to take this to the next level, find somebody that you can pay to be your coach, because somebody that is paid is going to be much more motivating than somebody that's not paid. And you're going to be much more motivated to do it if you're actually paying someone. So if you're really serious about it, pay someone. That's why all of the best players have trainers and coaches and people that they work with. If you're saying, Tom, I don't have any money, learn how to make some money, set a goal to make some money, use these same steps to set a goal to make some money. The original point of the book, Think and Grow Rich, to make some money, to then get a coach to help you get better at Rocket League. So don't make excuses, set a goal, and go after it. And last, come back to this video. This video is not a one-time thing, right? Setting goals, working on goals, it's something that takes practice. You get better at it over time. So allow yourself to come back and work on this and relearn it. If you fall off the wagon, if you stop looking at your goals, if you lose the statement that you wrote down, that's okay. Rewrite it, come back to the video, get a refresher, and go back again. All right. Now, did you pause the video while you were doing this? Did you pause it and actually follow along? I didn't say anything about that. Did you follow along? Did you actually do it? Are you actually here? If you made it to the end of the video, comment down below. Let's get some goals.